Depths of my soul, feeling the loss of control and in a spirit so colorful. Easy feeling, then let's go to a place where you belong. Give you strength to carry on. Open your heart, set your mind at ease. Live your life and you'll be free. We're gonna rise, rise, rise. Keep on rising, rise, rise, rise. Rise, rise, keep on rising, rise, rise, rise.
Take me home to the banks of the riverside. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best. Yes, it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the riverside.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Tune Review YouTube channel. Tonight it is Fan Forum again. Should be quite a spicy one tonight, given that all that's gone on with the refereeing and the conspiracy theorists.
Yep.
And even
You
David
think?
looks like an elf.
Yes, I've got my Christmas jumper on.
Awesome,
Yes.
awesome. Now you've been listening to Keith Harkett over on the
Oh,
Loaded
it's
Rats.
absolutely. He is not holding back, Paul.
I take it he's on our side, is he?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He's just said that he cannot, in any shape or form, I'm paraphrasing what he said, understand why it wasn't a penalty when the keeper took, what's his name? God, I'm on with my names.
Fraser.
That's
David,
him.
I know you're going through a bit of dementia, don't we? I'll keep you right.
I'm old, you know. But yeah, he just said it's, absolutely no doubt about it, absolute penalty. And he said similar things about other things going on, but he's having a right go at the Professional Referees Association. He's given them a proper kicking over there. So that's a show, guys, when you've watched this, go back and watch Loaded, because it's still going on, and he's not holding back at all. Absolutely not.
Definitely a show to look at after the
Absolutely.
after this one.
Yeah.
A couple of new member shouts out. Matthew Smith, welcome to the membership.
Hi,
And
Matthew.
also we got Alex, who I know is waiting in the wings. Probably going to challenge me on a few things tonight. I can see him grinning in the background in the green room there, so that should be interesting. But thank you for becoming a member, mate. Very pleased you're on board.
Yeah.
With regards to the membership, there is going to be obviously. Once Christmas is out the way and stuff like that, there is going to be sort of members only videos, and once I get merchandise sent out, you're going to get something free for being a member. So that will be all in the new year. So hang fire with me for that.
Right.
Arsenal Sunderland is currently, I believe, 2-1 to Arsenal.
2-1, yeah, I've got it. I've got it. I'll be doing the John Mutson bit too at the program. It's 45 minutes, just coming up to half time. And you're right, what you say. It's 2-1 to the Gunners.
Right, well, let's get them. Let's get some guys in straight away who are patiently waiting behind. The link is pinned. If you want to get on, we've got a few waiting at the minute. I think there's a couple of spaces left. If you want to get on, it's pinned in the top of the comments. If you do enjoy the show tonight, guys, please do hit that like button for us and help us keep building the channel. At the moment, as we stand, we are on 6,974 subscribers. So we are, what's that, 24, 23, 24?
We can get 25 tonight, Paul. Come on, lads.
So hopefully we can get up to $7,000 when we're on the live on the show, which will be fantastic.
Brilliant, yeah, absolutely.
And if we can hit that, we will get a Q&A with Dave in the mastermind chair, firing any sort of questions at me. So let's get the lads in. We got Chippers, we got Louis, who's got some explaining to do for some of his comments. We've got Alex. Who else we got in here? Oh God, we got Dublin Magpies sitting there. Jason, welcome to the show, buddy.
Hi, Jason.
We've got Roy, and we've got the returning Level 7 Dave. Everybody is in the house. A massive return to the channel for
Good to see
level
you,
7, Dave. How long he stops on depends on exactly what he says.
Shall we start taking bets, lads?
Yeah. How are you doing, level 7?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good man.
Good. You're not managed to
I'm getting
find the join. You're not managed to find the join button yet.
No.
Well, put your glasses on. You'll find it. It's somewhere there.
I'm having problems on my iPad.
That's all right. Just when you find it, mate, just take your time. There's no rush. Anyway,
I've got it on my phone. It's just on my iPad. I can't seem to find it.
that's all right.
Join through your phone, Dave. That's what you can do.
Caviani.
Hi, mate.
Good
How you
evening,
doing, lads?
I don't see you on the membership list yet, matey.
What membership?
Oh, don't say that.
What membership? You now can join the channel as a member, and I'm disappointed your name isn't there. Neither's is Jason's, by the way.
I've got a perfectly good excuse. I'll get it done. I'll get it done.
Louis is a member, definitely. Chippers is. Alex is. What about you Irish scrotum? Where are you?
All my money got left in the tomb and I got stuck there for the extra fucking week nearly.
It's only $4.99, you stingy Irish git.
I got left after the first week of December. I was left with 200 quid to get me through a month.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, you did spend an awful lot over here.
Anyway, it won't make any difference.
Try to get home, Dave. Yeah.
We may as well get straight into this. Geordie asked the question, what do you think of Craig Pawson, the bloke who was on VAR on Sunday, is going to be the referee for the Man United game? Dave, we'll start with you on that one.
Do you know what it is? You couldn't bloody write it. It was a knock and bet that one happened. Now, under normal circumstances, you go, it's him, is it? But I mean, after the Mary had on Sunday, and then the next game he comes in. But the frustrating part of it is for me, Paul, if he decides to level things up and give us a penalty and whatever, just to sort of see, I'm sorry, that's got wrong. That's still wrong. If we get a penalty, that's fine. But will he do that? And it's not about, as you said in your show earlier on today, Paul, and I've said on Twitter, it's not about having a go at us and the conspiracy theory against us. It's the fact that the decision making is bloody rubbish. I mean, as we all said the other day, how the hell did Harry Kane stay on? We think we know why, but I mean, if Shelby had done that, he would be off the pitch so quick he wouldn't have a chance to bloody wipe your nose. It's just unacceptable. And as you said in your show earlier on, I've said on Twitter, and others have had the same. I don't believe in conspiracy theories at all. Never have done. But you know what? By God, it's starting to look like one. And
it's hard. It is very hard not to
if this
think
is
that
not
way.
an agenda against us, well, I don't know what the hell is, because it's absolutely disgraceful. And it's not just us. I mean, Leeds fans were saying today on Twitter, they're getting the same crap things as well. It seems to be a thing against northern teams, that southern softies, the greedy six. So it's a long way up the north. Come on, let's just get rid of them. Well, I'm going to go up there anymore. And I'll tell you what it is. It's hard to argue against it, Paul, lads. It really is hard to argue against it.
Chippers, is there an agenda?
Oh, I blatantly, like I say, ever since we've been took over, it's a case of let's get Newcastle down, get them out, and take the piss out of them, really. And it's ridiculous. It really is. It's just, I mean, in the last 3 games, we've had three big decisions go against. I mean, the Ryan Fraser at Liverpool as well, and then you're forgetting the penalty at Leicester. All 3 should have been reversed. And what the point in VAR is, it's ridiculous, because I thought they are meant to correct the referee and help the referee if he gets it wrong. Well, they've got it wrong, so why haven't they corrected it?
You're right. I mean, when does it become a clear and obvious error? If that wasn't a clear and obvious error, I don't know what the hell is. I really don't. And I see that they sent somebody off the other day, the defendant the day after, and now they've turned around and said, "Oh, actually, we've got it wrong." Well, you know what? It's too late. You cannot say, and you can't rescind anything because it was 2 yellows. So he's got to serve his 1-match ban. It's an absolute, I forget it was now, but it's an absolute disgrace. They say, "Oh, well, we got it wrong." Well, I'm sorry, but you're going to replay the game or whatever, or give a point or something. You can't do that. But you're absolutely right, Charles. It's plain to see. I'm ranting. Sorry.
It's fine, Dave. It's fine. I know it's annoyed a lot of people. which is why I did that video today. Look, it might all be bollocks for all we know. There might not be any conspiracy. But what I was trying to say in that video is there's too much going on for there not to be something there. You know,
exactly.
because, you know, you look at the
Too
penalty,
consistent, yeah.
There's no VAR checks for us. And I don't get that at all. I don't get how VAR is there to overturn a referee's mistake, a clear and obvious error by the referee. Now, how can that on Sunday not have been a clean and obvious error from the referee, as Maddison's swan dive was as well? Maybe not so much the Liverpool one, because, you know, I mean, he touched the ball, sort of. I mean, you know, it's a hard one to say.
He touched the player first, though, because I was thinking
he's got to come through. He's got to come through the man to get to the ball.
Yeah, he did.
That's where that one I was a bit wary about, because I was like, he did get the ball, and the way I used to like play football is once I got the ball, it was okay. But then I did say he did go through the player as well, so you could say it was a penalty as well.
Yeah, right. I mean, but if you look at the night before, the Arsenal one, where the penalty was given, it was almost exactly the same scenario. Yeah, Arsenal was given and ours wasn't. And when Jermaine Gius asked on BT Sport the referee it was on, tell me what the difference is, because I can't see it. And he got the usual hum and haw. And he said, well, I'm sorry, if that one against Arsenal is a penalty, the one with Newcastle should be, so there should both be a penalty, or neither a penalty. You can't have almost the same scenario and say one's not and one is. It's not acceptable. But I think for me, guys, the thing that got me was, and I said on our show the other night, that I was listening to 606 when I got back home on Sunday before Paul and I did our show. And I listened to Robbie Savage, who was not our favourite person. He doesn't like us very much. And he said it was the most stonewall penalty he's ever seen for years. Now, if somebody like that says it's a stonewall penalty, it's a stonewall penalty.
What's your thoughts, Alex?
So I don't think it's a conspiracy, but I do think it is massive bias and just deep hatred for the fan base, for the club, for many years. It's just it's been like this for a long time.
Well, Alex? Is that not an agenda?
Well, it is, but like I mean, so I've got some stuff from the nobody's mentioned commentary yet. So I think it was 29 minutes, was it, with the Edison thing? One Football live text commentary and BBC live text commentary didn't write anything about it as the match was ongoing. There was no 29 minutes Edison brings. That wasn't written. That wasn't in the live text commentary. Absolutely bizarre. These are professional journalists writing live match commentary. It was insane. And some of the comments mid-match, complete Manchester City, complete dominance and control over a game, comfortable in the first half. I mean, in my opinion, Edison flapped at everything, kept losing the ball, coming out in his area, unconfident. Rodri kept messing up, got a yellow card, losing his man, did a back pass. They were poor in that first half, and the goals came from our mistakes. And a wonder strike because he got a free run through midfield to take the wonder strike.
And our defenders turned their backs on the ball when he went to shoot.
Yeah.
Jesus,
it's the commentary, it's the voice commentary, the written commentary. This bias and hatred seems to go even further than it's everywhere.
Louis, what's your thoughts on it? I mean, you know, do you think it's an agenda, or is it just basically bad refereeing?
No, an agenda, 100%, because these decisions, I mean, we've seen it at the Liverpool, we've seen it against Fraser on Sunday. There was an agenda because we need to bring over these international referees, because these referees we have now are absolutely crap. I mean, Mike Dean, Martin Atkinson, and the referee we're going to have on against Man United. We need international referees. We see it at the World Cup. I mean, they're getting decisions almost every single time correct. We see it at the Euros. Not much mention of VAR at the Euros. So, of controversial decisions. So I think we should have these
they dealt with it in seconds in the Euros. I mean, I was hoping that this year's Premier League might have taken a bit of an example from the way the VAR officiated at the Euros. It was done very quick. Jason, you did a watch along. I mean, what was your thoughts when you first seen the penalty incident, and how do you feel now, looking from sort of the Leicester game to now, with all these decisions going against us, and the fact that VAR aren't looking at these incidents?
It's just every time we play, VAR amazingly gets unplugged, or they haven't paid enough in the meter to switch it back on again.
But
I do agree. We do need some foreign referees in the game. I said in my last one, I wouldn't mind Pierluigi Collina coming out of retirement because one glare into his eyes, and I never want to be off of one.
Yeah, I think he's a bit old, Jason, now to be running around.
I reckon he could still do it.
We didn't have any English refs at the Euros, did we? We didn't get any representation.
No.
To be honest, Alex, before I came on tonight, I put a comment on the loaded site saying why is there no English or Premier League refs at the World Cup and Euros? Simple.
The strange thing
showing it, isn't it?
Yeah. The strange thing is when our referees go and referee the Champions League games or Europa games in Europe, the European fans say that the referees are good from England. So God knows what the standard is over there. I mean, it's bizarre to me, and I just think that there's too much going on. I mean, the saying is there's no smoke without fire. You know what I mean? And what are we to know that's been said to these referees behind the scenes? We will never know. And with the Premier League hiding as much as they normally like to do, God knows what's going on. Ben sent a comment in saying, "Are we doing a Christmas special for the Four Horsemen?" Stay tuned for that. There will be something announced. Everyone's just saying hello again. Good evening, everybody. Evening, everybody. Jesper says, "Do you think Lascelles should be stripped of his captaincy? And if so, who do you think should be the captain?" Roy.
Yeah, should be Wilson when he's on. If it's not Wilson, it should be Shelby. But Lascelles, if he had a strong personality, I would go straight to the ref with those penalty incidents. I won't leave him. I'll go straight to the ref. Put the VAR on, mate. Put the VAR on. Because
I mean, that's what the disappointing thing with Lascelles was, the fact he didn't even complain. I mean,
he
must
was just
have known
standing
that
there.
Madison was in the air before he even connected with him. It's just, the whole thing's just bollocks, isn't it? I mean, it's just bollocks.
Do you think if that was John Terry, that would happen? No way.
No, not a chance. Not a chance. Paul Robson says Wilson should be captain. Yacinda says hello, Dave. Obviously, there's obviously just Dave on the show. Norvik says good evening, Paul, Dave, and company. Jesper says be realistic. Who would you like to see come through the door in January? I'd take Marcus Thuram and Matthias Ginter from Mönchengladbach. There's all sorts of players getting mentioned at the minute, right? But the problem we've got is there was another report which I mentioned in my video today that there's another probable 6 teams from the Premier League going in for Trippier, or at least interested in him. And the fact that where Newcastle are in the league might sway Trippier to go elsewhere. Now, I was led to believe yesterday that a deal had been done, an agreement for 120 grand a week. Now, I think if anything changes on that, we can obviously offer him a bit more. But where do you stop? Where do you draw the line? Is the problem when you're going for these trainers, these players? The first goal on Sunday was a bit of a farce. Who was to blame, Alex?
Well, funny you should say that. I teach, and I had an 11-year-old kid who is a centre-back, trains every week. He loves football, and I showed him the clip, and he's Polish lad, doesn't follow English football, and he was like, "Yeah, you head the ball away." The goalkeeper didn't say anything. You head the ball away. You listen for your goalkeeper's shout. That is rule number 1. Youth team football, not difficult. It's Clark every day of the week.
The thing is, Louis, he Clark ducked out the way, didn't he? He physically ducked. You saw him duck. So did a shout come from Lascelles further back, or could it have been a Man City player trying to play gamesmanship, and obviously Clark was sucked in?
Well, we don't know, do we? I mean, Clark is just, I would say he's shit. I mean, we need to get rid of him in January. I mean, he's made 2 errors that have pretty much cost us. Well, I wouldn't say cost us a game against Man City, but we've had the other 3 goals going. He cost us against Leicester. Just get him out. I've had enough of him. Just get rid.
Fair enough. Tom says good evening, and I take it that means Merry Christmas. Sometimes I don't understand. Tom's,
yeah, it does.
Yeah. Obviously, because royalty's on the show, Tom thinks he has to message in royalty. Don't worry, you don't. Luke says good evening, Paul and King Dave. Just confirmation of Matthew Smith's new membership there.
Welcome, Matthew.
Wow, we've got a lot of greens It's weird seeing different colours up on this screen. Julie says, Dave, loving the Christmas jumper. Awesome. But you have to keep warm at his age, you know what I mean? Caitlin, good evening. Good evening, large and not so large. For I hope you're doing well. What do you think of the Eden Zeko rumours? Would you take him? Level 7, are you still there? He's gone for a knobbly bobbly. Jason, Eden Zeko.
Probably wouldn't because of his age, but he is a decent goal scorer. It's a bit 50-50 with him, really.
Yeah.
Depends on how much he's going to cost and his wages. Okay, considering his age, you don't want to be paying him much for a 35-year-old.
You don't think he's worth a shout for 6 months with an option to extend?
Depending on how he does.
That question. Alex, take over this show. No, I was going to ask that. I think for 6 months, to see how he does. I mean, listen, he's proven Premier League, isn't he? I mean, we know he can play in the Premier League. And that, I think Alex right. 6 months just to get us out the crap. And if he does, then he deserves a new contract for maybe a year extension.
6 months with Willock got us out of the crap, but now look at him.
Well, we'll come on to Mr. Willock very soon. I think he's fantastic, Joe Willock. I think he's done brilliantly this season.
Do I detect sarcasm there?
Yeah, no, very much so, mate. Very much so.
I think we're paying for contract.
Yeah, without a doubt. You're right. I think he was playing for an Arsenal contract, and that's just the way it goes, unfortunately. I think we've paid over the odds for him as well. I really do. Abs says, good to see Dave making an effort with his Christmas jumper. And is that prison grey, Paul? For God's sake. Susan, she's changed her name to her proper name. Wow. Evening, everyone. Where's your jumper, Paul? You know for a fact I don't have a Christmas jumper, Susan. So
seriously, come on.
I've got
with this program.
Humbug.
Hang on a minute. Shut your dirty bearded mouth. Listen to me, right? I did not long ago. In fact, I think it was the match review on Sunday or Monday night show last night. I had no, it wasn't last night, but I did have a red Christmas T-shirt on with a bloody Rudolph on the front.
Yeah,
so don't come at me with your Christmas jumper shit.
That was not yesterday, but the game before.
Thank you. See, at least somebody's paying attention. Jesus Christ. Lee says, Santa says today, what would you like for Crimbo? I replied a Lamborghini. So he goes, be more realistic. And then I replied, Newcastle to stay up. To which he replied, what colour Lamborghini?
The old ones are still the best.
Yeah, they are. They are. What sort of jokes did they tell in the war, Dave?
There was a good one on Twitter this afternoon. I'll give me a second to think of it because that was quite funny. Oh, yes. If I went out and stole a bucket of fog, do you think it would be missed?
Oh, for free. That's a dad joke that I've ever heard one.
No, that's a granddad joke.
Yeah, Chippers looks very unimpressed with that one. Julie says 7K for Christmas, please. Yeah, it would be very nice if we can get there. Let's have a look and see if we've got any more in the time we've been on. We've gone to 6975. 25 subs is all we need for 7K. Luke says, Paul, please read this stat out. VAR stats, Newcastle at the bottom, -6. The next club closest to us is Wolves with -3. So -6 decisions against us. I mean, that's got to say something, Dublin, Dave.
God, it's a fucking joke, mate. Yeah, it's so fucking annoying. Like when you see blatant ones like that, like fair enough if it's the kind of offside ones where it's like a toe offside, like and either side can say it is or it isn't kind of thing. Like, but when it's a fucking foul in the box, there's a foul in the box, no matter how you look at it. Like.
It's frustrating.
3-1 now at Arsenal.
It's frustrating when I'm a qualified referee and I can see the errors that the referees are making.
Who's a qualified referee?
No, you wait. No.
Give it up, man. You can't, Dave. You can't even see 3 yards in front of you, man.
Honestly,
why do you think VAR's been fucking up? Because he's been up in level 7 watching it.
My friend's a qualified referee.
To be honest,
Yeah?
How much did they pay you?
Hang on, I just need to pick my chin off of the floor. You're right, though, level 7. You're right. You know, I mean, listen, these referees are obviously under instruction from the Premier League. I'm in no doubt about that. What's going on there? It's just a mess. It really is. But oh god, John's coming with his question again about Eddie Howe. Is everybody happy with all English coaching? Is Howe good enough for the Premier League?
Yes and yes.
Off, man.
Yes.
We're all in agreement that he is.
But what people have got to realise is, right, is he's playing with Bruce's team. It's not his team.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
You know,
that's what I've been banging on about for weeks, and that's what I don't understand about these people saying how out, because it's a load of bollocks.
Judge him after after the end of the season, then you can judge him.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you've got
to be given time.
Start the next season before we start to see what's going on. I would say, and then even then, I would let it run right up to year's time, because he's got to get his own team, and he obviously likes to play a certain way, and he cannot do that. I mean, he hasn't got the players who are good enough. They're arguing about, we should play at the back. We haven't got the players. I mean, that was a case in point of the day with Dubravka. I loved the bits, great keeper. But when he tried to play the ball along the byline, whoever it was,
that was ridiculous.
And he put it to touch, because he's never been asked to play football, if you like. I'm coming.
I would sell him in January.
Well, that's the debate. Dubravka, which that's the debate we're going to have, but you're wrong.
That's a big quote, that is.
It is like that. But he's not used to playing the ball at his feet, so
level 7, who would you get to replace him?
Gillespie.
Who would I get to replace him? Bert Leno?
Yeah.
Who?
Bert Leno.
I'd rather have Bert off Sesame Street.
Hey, Bert.
I can't find Bert. Has anybody seen my friend Bert? I can't find Bert.
Just to say, it's 3-1 at Arsenal.
3-1 to Arsenal.
Yes, 3-1. I just scored.
Good. Dave, does anybody else think we should get rid of Dubravka in January?
No.
I'm like that.
He's fine.
Why, Louis? Why are you like that?
I don't know. I just
distribution poor.
Yeah,
I'd agree.
He'll be better with competition around him. Actual competition, like Darlow's not competition for him.
Darlow's too busy getting the part and writing his hair. There's no way.
Go with him as well.
Yeah, but we can't.
Yeah, but we've got to be careful, Dave. We kind of get rid of we'll get rid of him. But we've got nobody to come in. We've got to think who's going to actually want to come and sign for us first. You know what I mean?
Dean
Stegen's been mentioned. Eh?
Dean Henderson wants to come.
How do you know he wants to come, though? He hasn't come out and said that.
He wants regular first team football, but he's not actually confirmed that he wants to go to a certain club.
Yeah, listen, we're going to get all sorts of players linked. It doesn't mean that they're all want to come. So, we have, we just have to wait and see. James says, rather have Titus Bramble and Boomsong or Lascelles and Clark. Oh, Jesus.
That's a hell of a call.
Decent.
What? Oh my god!
Oh, come on, David, you're better than that.
Dave, come on, man.
Why
was he decent? Why was he decent?
Well, he could play the ball from the back.
Oh, Jesus.
Right, he's been on the show 2 minutes. He's in the penalty box already. You know what it is? He just loves it in that penalty box. He really does. I don't know. Ben says, I'd rather have the King of Morocco and level 7 David defence than Clark and Lascelles. Sean, good evening. He says, it looks like COVID is going to make the football to be played behind closed doors. What happened with the season ticket holders? Did they get a refund, or do you think it will stop our transfer window? It won't stop the transfer window. And to be honest, I don't think it's going to stop us going to the Man United game.
No.
I think because if they decide to stop it after the Boxing Day fixtures, then that is putting us, again, hard done by not allowing the fans in the ground. So I don't think that's actually going to happen.
To add to that point, if there's no fans in the ground, there's no arguments going towards the refereeing decisions if it was to continue.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Which means they get away with it time after time after
Well,
time.
That's it, right? When the they'll put a block on it. They'll put a block on it just because we're playing.
Well, we'll wait and see what happens. Andy says it's a membership of the Conor Cody fan club.
Get him in.
I would have him.
No point laughing. I've seen.
Yes, we would, Dave.
Can we just stop? Who had 30 minutes 10 seconds in the Conor Cody raffle?
Listen, Victor Meldrew, right? It wasn't me that said it. It was Andy in the comments, right? So, stick the Christmas jumper up your arse.
Now, we all know you've got your life-size cardboard cut out of him behind you.
Don't you start, Cockney boy. Matthew says, I take a point on Monday. I hope we go for them, though. Sorry, Dave?
I'll take Conor Cody.
Yes, good man.
Bloody hell.
I would as well.
We all would, I think, if the truth be known.
Conor Cody and James Tarkowski.
No, we need to stop saying James Tarkowski, right? We need to... No.
I wouldn't. I'm not sure about Tarkowski.
Look, all he knows is to punt the ball. He didn't play well against us. And let's face it, if you don't stand out...
David, would you still have David Sand on him?
No. I want a kid from Leon on the left-hand side.
Jonathan Davies.
Jonathan
David? Who is it?
David.
Alfonso.
David, yeah.
Jonathan. Well, I don't know.
Jonathan David's a striker.
By the way, can I just tell everybody? I may have a problem, guys. I felt like I was getting a bit fluey last night, and I had a very scratchy throat. So I did an LFT test, which came back negative. I felt worse this morning when I got up, so I've done another one. And my daughter I left it in the bathroom, and my daughter brought it in just before the show started. And there is a very faint line under the second one.
Oh,
now I don't know whether that's just a splodge.
Could be positive.
Or
just go to a third.
So I'm going to have to do another one when the show's finished. Yeah. Honestly, I'm sick of doing them. I gag as soon as it hits the back of my throat.
No.
I mean, Chippers, you'll know all about that, but I mean, it's
just wrong.
And I hate sticking it up my nose as well, man. You know what I mean? It's
Paul's infected.
Oh my God! Listen,
I've already had a voice, so I can't catch it again.
Absolute disgrace, the lot of you. Absolute disgrace.
Hang on a minute, is that diamond studded? That down? What is that?
That's a Michael Jackson one.
I'll tell you
that
what.
Was so quick, mate. That was brilliant.
You look like you're all going to bloody on a rob. You look like you're going to do a bank over, man. It's like Ocean's 11 on here. Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's brilliant, lads.
Anyway, you bunch
seriously
of
though, Paul, I hope you don't have it. It's just a false negative.
Oh, listen, if I do have it, I'll collapse because that'll mean me being on me on Christmas Day in all seriousness.
4-1.
That's amazing.
That's the last thing I need because I had me boosted tomorrow.
Yeah, I was supposed to have mine last Friday, but I didn't get out of my bed after Liverpool quick enough, so I am going to have to do another one. I'm convinced it's just a splodge, but I will do another one. But I hope it's not positive, because if it is, I'm all on me toad on Christmas Day for that. So that won't be good.
No, seriously, hope you're all right, Paul.
Thank you, Dave. Seattle Geordie, thank you for becoming a member. If you are enjoying the show, please don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you'd like to donate to the channel, super chats are available. Hit the $ at the bottom of the live comments, and that'll take you through that way. And you can also now become a member of the Toon Review family. If you just hit the join button, that will take you through on how to become a member. Right. Wendy says John's show's just crashed. Thought he'd jumped ship to join you guys. Oh, not again.
That's afternoon.
I know. Well, he had one yesterday as well. He was talking for about a minute without realising he switched his microphone off.
Oh, bless him.
I seen a tweet on Twitter about John Sinclair, or about like something to do with his mum or something.
His mum always sort of walks in front of the camera or walks behind in the kitchen when he hasn't his green screen on it.
You tell her to shut up yesterday.
I know I did. It's mad. You know, he gives off this nice guy image and then tells his mum he's an idiot and to go away and to shut up.
Well, he did say I respect them and then ruin them.
Oh my God, we'll not talk about that on here. Eski, good evening to you. Officiating has been awful throughout in recent games. I think it's easy to twist it any way you want, especially when we are in the position we are. Matthew then says it's not even a conspiracy theory. It's just common sense. They're clearly corrupt and incompetent. What do we do though? I mean, we've apparently Newcastle have made an official complaint to the Premier League.
Yeah, that's what they've said.
I mean, what else can we do, Roy?
I've seen it happen a few times in the Middle East, especially because we're hot-blooded here.
Get away.
It keeps happening week after week. Sometimes the captain will just pull his players and say, "Look, we're just going to walk out." And I don't really believe in conspiracy theories, but there's definitely something happening here. They want us down. I think they want us down. Top 6. Don't want a 7th team there, and it's obvious. Then they give us 2 fingers and bring the guy behind the VAR, and he's going to referee the next game. That's it.
It's outrageous. It's absolutely outrageous.
Wasn't Mike Dean's kids at the Liverpool game as well?
Season ticket holders.
That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
We're not stupid. That's the thing. We're not stupid.
No, that's it.
I found out his first job was before he became a referee the other day.
What was it?
So
he worked in a chicken
obvious,
factory.
1 + 1 is 2, and they want us down.
Chickens.
Hang on, somebody's talking about chicken. Somebody's doing mathematics. What's going on here?
So Mike Dean's first job.
Guys.
Mike Dean's first job was in a chicken factory killing chickens.
Oh, there you go.
I thought he was a porn star. Never mind.
I don't think
James
so.
Dean.
Julie says, Jason, where's the festive sign behind you? I miss those signs.
Oh, you could be seeing one before Christmas with my little special that's coming up.
Yeah. Wendy says, hi guys, one word, referees. Pedro says, apparently Eddie Howe has told his backroom staff to compile a video of all the bad decisions made. Well, Christ almighty, that could be longer than Lord of the Rings, that.
Oh, God, I've got to say, it could be 4 hours.
Spencer says, there's no such thing as referee and errors when it's regarding Newcastle. Video of all bad decisions is a Netflix series. Do you think Eddie Howe was trying to make a point to the owners with the subs he made on Sunday? Maybe trying to show them how much work is needed? No. I don't think he needs to do that, to be honest.
Yeah, they're on the same page.
Yeah, definitely. Agree. Guys, we have the Geordie Funds coming on. He's in the green room. Everybody welcome Mr. John Sinclair.
Hey!
John, what's this I'm hearing about your stream going off again?
Well,
Not being
clear, I mean, it's just broadband again, it came cut off for about 2 minutes, so I think my mum's used the phone, and that caused a problem. I need to look into that seriously, man.
Yeah, but John, broadband, you can use the phone at the same time. That's what broadband is.
Yeah,
if your man's using the phone and your internet's going off, that's still dial-up, and if you're on dial-up, that's severely worrying about you.
You're still using that. Well, it is down the other end of the country, Have they got broadband down there?
I mean, I had BT. I was on Sky, and I've changed to BT in the last 3 or 4 days, and I've never had a pick of bother with me streaming at all since I've had BT. I got one of those big things, the little ring things that go at the top of the stairs to boost your signal, and I got they also give us a 4G thing to stick next to my computer, so it's far better. Yeah. Matthew says £150 million minimum spend needed next month. Robert says trying to get us out the league, defo something happening. It's dodgy things. Chanio says 100% chance we'll get a penalty turned down against Man United, and also 100% chance they'll get a penalty. Yeah. Listen, I would say about 80-85% of the people that watched my video today agree that there's something dodgy going on. I just think there has to be. Right, who was your standout player on Sunday, Louis?
Joe Linton.
Yes. Chippers.
Yep. Yeah, probably have to say Joe Linton as well. He's the only one that seems to be grafting it.
Right, but I never thought I'd hear the day that Chippers actually said Joe Linton. What is this world coming to? Alex, how about you?
Got to be the same. I don't know why people are still criticising him. He keeps losing the ball maybe once or twice per match. and people jump all over it.
Can I just say, Kevin De Bruyne lost the ball 3 times in the second half.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So did the Man City fans go and say, "Oh, he's crap, he lost the ball"? No, they bloody don't.
And Willock and Hayden were so standoffish.
My blood
Well,
pressure's going up.
I just mean in relation to when Joe Linton was dueling, everybody just expected him to win the ball. So on the odd time he didn't, we were just so open. It's not his fault. He can't cover everywhere.
No, he can't. And
he tries.
Yeah.
What about you, Hobgoblin?
Joe Linton and...
Funny how he knew who he was there, didn't he?
Yeah, well, he called me something different every few minutes. But,
I love you, really.
Joe Linton, and then I have to give a mention to Fraser as well. I thought he played well.
He did. Yeah. I thought Fraser worked his arse off. Jace?
I thought the ref.
Yeah, he had a blistering game. He was absolutely outstanding.
Fraser, for me, I think he played pretty well. One of his better games.
Yeah. Roy?
Joe Linton by a mile. Fraser second.
Yeah.
I think actually Clark didn't have a bad game after that stupid.
I'm sorry.
At the beginning.
I'm sorry.
No.
No, forget the first 5 minutes.
No, yellow card. Guys in the penalty box. I'm not having that kind of bullshit on this show. John Sinclair, how about you?
There's only one guy, and that's J7. I mean,
my guy.
Obviously, you would say that.
Courtney Mile.
My guy. I tremble in thought at asking this question, but what about you, level 7? Is he there?
Is he there?
Yeah, he said Joe Linton.
He's in the dark.
Oh, put a light on, man.
Jesus Christ, he's not Rent-A-Ghost, you know.
Oh, there you are.
There he is. Who did you say, Dave?
Joe Linton.
Great. What about Shelby? How do you think he played on Sunday?
Didn't play.
Yeah.
You tried.
Roy, you can sit down. You're back on the stream now, mate.
Oh, there you go. I've got my headphones back on.
I'm not having that. I'm not having that comment.
It's good to see that I'm not the only one who gets sin bin or yellow carded.
No, I'll tell you something. I love Roy, but my God, that comment, mate. Jesus Christ. You have been awarded the first Sinclair of the evening, by the way. Well done.
Well done, Roy.
Wow. Matthew says if that Liverpool penalty shout was the other way around, it would have been given. I'm under no illusions it would have.
100%.
I mean, listen, Sunday, second half, it was all Man City, wasn't it? I mean, it was literally a training session for them in the second half. We did try. We worked our asses off. Jason's favourite player even got a run out, which was incredible to see Jeff Hendrick and his flown locks in the middle of the park. I mean, was anybody expecting us to maybe get something from the game?
No.
What do you think?
Hendrick was on long enough, he would have got a hat-trick.
That's true, Jason. That is very true. If Hendrick had been on long enough, he would have got a hat-trick. Listen, as soon as Hendrick came on, I said to the guys around us, I said, look, you watch. Right, we're 2-0 down. Hendrick comes on, bags a hat-trick, 3-2. He's a hero forever. It didn't happen, unfortunately, but that's just the way it goes. John Sinclair.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Sunday?
I agree with you, Paul. It's like a training session on Sunday. And once the goal went in, when Clark messed up, which I still can't get over that at all, by the way. But of the worst defence I've seen, being a Newcastle fan. And it led to when the backer passed the ball back, play from the back, and he messed up, didn't he? So once the goal went in, it was all over. You know what I mean? We did try. I mean, had a few chances there and then, but listen, Man City were always in control of that game. And, you know, that's why they're the best team in the Premier League, in my opinion. But it's the goal difference is worrying us, guys. It really is. The goal difference is shocking, man. Yeah. And this is why I've been harping on. I'm still like a broken record, by the way, guys, yeah? But we need defenders. That means I got to rip up the back four, rip out defence, and start again. Because those defenders have always stayed their time at Newcastle, yeah? We have not signed a defender.
Rip it up like you ripped up Gillian.
Right.
In 2018, something like that.
2018, last time we signed.
Dublin's yellow carded. It's not the Horseman. He's in the box now.
That's it. So
look at any coach that picks Clark can't blame the ref or VAR. How is a loser relegated?
Who else is he meant to pick?
Get lost.
There's nobody else fit.
Shah had a knock. He wasn't fit. That's why he didn't start the game.
Can I
Two
just say,
games in 72 hours.
Let me
2
come in,
games in
guys.
72 hours.
Yeah.
Can I come in for a second? That last comment that John sent out, right? I mean, John, ask yourself one question, be it. Who do you want as to take over his place? Tell us now. And I bet you he will not come back and answer that question.
I
don't get it, man.
Nah.
I mean, we had Lejeune and we sold him. He would have been fine.
Who's good
Yeah.
enough?
Left foot centre back.
Who's good
Please
enough
tell
to
us.
want to take it?
Well, there's Kellen Watts as well, who should have been at the club. Bruce sent him on his way and all, on loan at Wigan.
Still our best defender as well, Paul.
Yeah. It
Florian
has to be
Lejeune.
off. I'm sorry, but if this is sort of the end of the season and Howe's got his own players in, or this time next season, and we're in the same position, then yes, I would say you look at the manager. But how can you look at the manager when he's playing with Steve Bruce's bunch of numpties?
Yeah.
You can't do anything. Guardiola could take the training for us and still not get a tune out of these guys on the pitch, man.
And it's not just that, Paul. Some of them just aren't trying. There's one or two we've discussed it.
Well, speaking of not trying, let's move on to Joe Willock, shall we? And I just want to say, Joe Willock, right?
The runt. Here we go.
The laziest little get I've ever seen in my life. He came to Newcastle last season and granted got us out of the shit that we were in. Played very well. But now it looks like he was playing for an Arsenal contract. He went back to Arsenal in the summer thinking he was going to be all that with Arteta. Arteta said no. He's come back to Newcastle in a complete sulk. I don't give a I'm not signing up those bullshit about homesickness, right? It's like Chip has commented on the show last night. It's an hour flight down the road. No way should he be homesick. It's Newcastle, not New York City, right? He's strolling around the pitch with his stupid little braided hair and all this crap. More bothered about his haircut than he is putting in a performance for Newcastle United, right? And I'm sick of watching him just stroll around, not working, while we've got players like Joe Linton who've took an absolute pasting off the fans for 2 years, right? Took a pasting, yet he is working his arse off for that Newcastle United badge. And we've got that little scrotum walking around earning 80 grand a week of our money, 80 grand a week. To do what? To do what?
Facts.
Somebody tell me what he's doing, because I don't know. And it pisses me off. When I travelled to Liverpool last week, right, everybody was coming to warm up and the fans were chanting the names. Even Jeff Hendrick, even Dwight Gale were clapping the fans, right? Not once did that little scrotum clap the fans when he was warming up. He then, at the end of the game, walked straight down the tunnel while the rest of the players and the coaches come and stand next to the fans for at least 5 minutes to applaud us. And he walked straight off. Now, what does that tell you about his mentality?
Not interested.
And not only that,
interested.
Paul, right? His heart, in my opinion, is not in it. He made a pathetic attempt to tackle on for the second goal for City. Yeah, pathetic. Yeah, his heart ain't in it. He doesn't care about Newcastle. Yeah, his attitude is wrong. I say if you can get rid of him in the summer, get him gone.
He knows
John,
he's got a
no one's
relegation
gonna
release
pay
clause in his
25
contract.
million
So as soon as we're relegated, he's gone anyway.
No one's going to want to pay £25 million for him if he's not doing anything. So we're going to be alone man with him.
Well, the thing is, though, we want players going to play for the badge, yeah? But this guy, I'm sorry, that's going to be here. I agree with Paul 100%. And his attitude is all wrong. So I just say, look, drop him. Get him dropped.
Look, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to call players out if I think they're just not bothering, right? I don't subscribe to all this bullshit that he's injured either, because if he was injured, he wouldn't be on the field. It's as simple as that, right? When I travelled down to Liverpool with 3,500 other Newcastle fans on a Thursday night for an 8 o'clock kickoff during the week, and we see him, whether he's had a good game or not, just piss off down the tunnel without giving a damn about the fans, that's when I have a problem. But even players that had a crap game that night still came and applauded. Fabian Schär, who was awful that night, was at the front of the players. He was right up next to the fans applauding. And you
The
could
thing
tell
I'll
in his
say
face.
as
You could
well-
tell in his face he was sick.
The thing I'll
Go on,
say
Chippers.
as well, Paul, is we've all slated Joe Linton for 2 years, right? But rightly so, he's getting praise now. But I'm sorry, but if ASM Willock have bad games, we should be allowed to criticise them. It's just life. It's how it works. But yeah, people seem to jump on my backs because they're our star players, apparently. Well, I'm sorry, but if I don't say I'm not putting it in like you say, that's ASM, Willock, whoever. You can see it. Simple as why not?
But they show effort. Joe Linton and ASM, when it goes bad, you can see it on their faces. They strop. They want to do better.
Yeah.
Willock's just completely emotional.
Not bothered.
ASM wanted to be off at Liverpool because it wasn't going his way. He was crying to be off.
Nah, if he's on his bike for a through ball and all of that, he wants it. He's on it, and he's disappointed if he doesn't get the service or if he's made the wrong ball. He cares. You can see he cares.
But Alex,
I disagree with that.
ASM did the same at Leicester. He just buggered off down the tunnel, mind.
No?
He buggered off without coming over.
He
to
wanted
the
to be
fans.
off the pitch at Liverpool for 20 minutes because it wasn't going our way.
Yeah, listen, ASM. I mean, to be fair to ASM, he did give a couple of claps and then just disappeared, but he didn't come over like the rest of them. But I was flabbergasted that Joe Willock just walked off. And I'm sorry, but like I said, when you travel down to Liverpool on a Thursday night for a late kickoff, when you know you're not going to get home till 3 a.m, and he can't even be asked to show his appreciation for those fans that come and cheer the team on, I think it's a disgrace.
Shocking.
It's not just that, Paul. It's the amount of money everybody would have spent. I mean, in travel down and petrol money and everything else, ticket money. It all mounts up, and lads aren't on £80,000 a week. They're probably not even taking 2 or 3 years to earn that lot in most cases. And that's the thing that gets me angry. That these guys, yes, they're entertainers, but they should be sweat and blood for the team, and they're just not doing that at the moment. They're really not. Well, a lot of them are, but.
Paul, you said as well you're going to start calling players out, yeah? Do you know what? 100% agree with you, mate, yeah? And I've always said, if they're not good enough, they're going to have to be called out, yeah? But Twitter followers are saying you're not allowed to criticise a player as well. Tell them to get stuff.
Piss off.
Tell them to get stuff. No,
Yeah.
tell them to get stuff.
Look, at the end of the day, John, right? At the end of the day, the fans at Leicester and at Liverpool never shut up. We were louder than the home fans in both games.
Yeah.
In both games, we were louder and we sang. Even when we were getting stuffed, we sang our hearts out. And for a player to just disappear down the tunnel without showing his appreciation, I think it's cowardly myself. I think he's a coward.
Exactly.
He's gone
He had an interview, didn't he?
Look
He had
at
an
Sunday
interview
when
last
the
week.
flags went out in the last couple of minutes. I mean, we chanted for about 4 or 5 minutes with the war flags out.
Yeah.
Eddie Howe's Black and White Army. Who else in the Premier League? And I really mean who else in the Premier League? Whose fans would be doing that with a couple of minutes to go whilst getting beat 4-0? I would argue none of them.
Exactly.
So.
Dave, all the fans would be home by now. The empty seats.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there was a lot left, John, to be fair, but those that were stayed, which was probably well over half the crowd, were absolutely on their feet to a man, apart from me because I was sitting down. They were all cheering and chanting, So,
Alex, what were you going to say?
Willock did an interview after the Liverpool game.
Dave, 2 seconds. Since when were you called Alex?
He did an interview and he came out and mentioned a few things, but he seemed to completely miss the point. He acknowledged that he needs to do a bit better technically, but he at no point mentioned his work rate, his effort, his attitude, or the tunnel. That was his opportunity when he did that interview. I think it was about a week ago. He could have mentioned that. He could have explained it slightly. He could have got us off his back slightly. He could have said anything, but he said nothing to try and take the weight off himself or explain anything, which is concerning because maybe he doesn't know that there is a problem or he doesn't know that there is a work rate problem. Surely not. I mean, that's very worrying.
I think getting yanked off at half time, I think that's without a doubt showing him there's a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, Eddie Howe wouldn't come out obviously in public and hammer him, but he'll know. I think without a doubt. I mean, he was just strolling around again on Sunday.
If anybody makes Shelvey look like he's got an engine, then you ain't working hard enough because Shelvey is good, but he's not an engine. So,
and listen, I know there's been a lot of people, joking or not, putting on social media about Joe Linton being captain. And I tell you what, these last 3-4 games, who else has actually led by example? He might not be the greatest footballer in the world, but I tell you what, his attitude has been incredible since Eddie Howe's come in. Absolutely incredible, and he is leading by example.
Shelby is as well, actually. Like Shelby,
yeah, to a degree, he is. Yeah, we did miss Shelby on Sunday. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, we did.
But I wasn't the only fan that noticed what Willock did. I mean, there was a lot of people like calling him worse than shit when they saw him just walk off. So there's no doubt. I think obviously Eddie Howe would have noticed that as well. But whether anything's been said to him, I don't know. But I just can't stand players that do that, and especially when there's like so many fans down there, so many fans, to support the team on a weeknight, a cold, horrible night in Liverpool, who, let's face it, had to queue for an hour and a half to get out the bloody city, never mind get home. Just defies belief. Brian, good evening, matey. Evening, Hatton Garden mob. Question: what if the VAR doesn't like the ref and wants to make him look like a twat? Don't tell me it doesn't happen, and other clubs have had crap decisions lately. Interesting.
But not for three games in the bloody row, like us, the other.
Well, it's more than three though, Chippers, but you're absolutely right. The last three have been a disgrace, but there's been other ones. So
yeah, Brian, I love you, but you're the second man to have a Sinclair tonight. Seth says Trippier captain for next season. I think Connor Cody. No. Yacindu says Joe Linton for captain. He is arguably best player on the field, and he's got the right attitude. And it's all about attitude. Your captain may not be the best footballer in the starting 11, right? But you look at captains, of the past. Some of them haven't been the greatest. Some of them haven't been the best player on the pitch. But what they do have is passion, leadership, and enthusiasm. And Joe Linton, nobody can deny that he hasn't shown any of those traits lately.
Absolutely. But I think, Paul, the one thing we should add to that is if this was a year ago, and we're having this very conversation, somebody said Joe Linton for cap, you would have put a coat on and went home and said, you idiot. And that just goes to show how much he has improved under Eddie Howe. It's phenomenal in Shelby as well.
I mean, Louis, would you give the captaincy to Joe Linton, or would you think that's a bit far-fetched?
No, I'd give it to Joe Linton. He's got the correct attitude, he's working hard on the pitch. He's getting in there. He's sticking in, other than other players. We could argue we could also give it to Wilson, maybe. But yeah, give it to Joe Linton. I would go.
You know what I like about Joe Linton recently, guys, is he's in the referee's face as well. He's right in. He's complaining to the referee, and that's what I want to see. Because our captain won't do it. When do you see Lascelles in the face of the referee complaining? Never. But Joe Linton's getting himself properly pumped up. He's barging players out the way. He's running at defenders. He's winning balls.
Lascelles used to do that, but he's just stopped. He used to be very aggressive with the referee and arguing, but it's just disappeared from his game. It's very odd.
You're right, Alex. There was a point on Sunday when it must have been first half because it was in front of us, and you could see how angry Joe Linton got. And he slapped his chest in front of the referee really hard, which is obviously quite an aggressive thing without being
lucky
aggressive.
Not to get a card for that.
Well, probably. And so then waved his, what's going on? And I thought, that's brilliant. He's not done that before. Well, he has, but, not until Howe came in. So you're absolutely
right. He's passionate.
There's a good suggestion. Absolutely. Do a double deal with Wolves. 80 million for Cody and Neves.
Neves is like 90 years old.
He's not.
Oh, not Neves. I'm thinking of Moutinho.
Moutinho, I think he's 103. I think Neves is only about 24.
Yeah, Neves is the
young one. He's been around forever.
Yeah, no, that's a good shout.
But a tremendous player. Seth Gibson says 61.0 million for Cody.
Wow.
These dad jokes about £6.10 you're gonna have to change them.
Can I throw a curveball to all these?
You can indeed.
Shouts?
I thought you might throw a couple of curveballs.
Well, everybody's suggesting this is very controversial because obviously we have Shearer, but I personally, especially the situation we're in now, hate the idea of having an attacker as a captain because I feel like we need a defensive player as a captain because we need somebody to guide the line, the defensive line, and the midfield, which is all over the place. We need somebody. Probably not goalkeeper, it's a little bit too far back, but somebody needs to be guiding that defence and that midfield with a bit of structure. And I know Joe Linton's very passionate, Callum Wilson's very intelligent, but I feel like they're too far up the pitch to influence what is the problem right now, which is the
But
lines.
if Joe Linton dropped back a bit, though, Alex, maybe he could do the job. You see what I mean?
Doesn't know how to guide a line, though.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, I agree with what you're saying, though. I don't agree with strikers being captains or goalkeepers. I think it either has to be a centre back or a centre midfielder because they can see the game. And you're right. So really, it's not a controversial thing.
It's a dangerous game, giving it to a new player. If we sign it, like that's
very true.
So
yes,
it's
but if Cody came in, right, he's a leader already, and I think he's already got respect. You know, he's an England international. I think he's have the respect of the players as soon as he came in. But if we don't get a leader coming through the door, I think you're right. I think it'd be very, very strange to try and find a captain. But then again, I don't think he's going to take the captaincy off Lascelles.
Yeah, it's a strange one.
And I don't understand that. I mean, Roy, do you think Lascelles, can you see him keeping the captaincy?
Probably, yeah, I think he will. Unless we get a better defender and he goes back on the bench, then we'll get a different captain. I agree as well with Alex. Yeah, maybe Shelby's the one. So that could be the next captain.
I mean, he's got to stop getting red carded and throwing his toys out the pram every 3 months, but because he's partial to that.
Yeah, but he's a changed man, Alex. He's a changed man these days.
He's been a changed man several times, and then he goes and kicks somebody and gets sent off.
It's too easy to revert to type, though, isn't it, Alex?
What was it? Was it Tottenham? He did it. He just came back. He just got fit. Like 8 minutes, he was off. Or something like that.
Hey, Mr. Christmas Jumper, you were singing his praises last week.
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely, he's a great. I love him to bits. I always have done. I thought he'd gone back. I mean, under the last few games of Bruce, I was saying get shot because he's lost it. I was coming. He's like Joe Linton. He's a changed man. So he's playing really well now. It may well be that sending off was the culmination of all the rubbish he was getting off Bruce. We don't know, but he's changed a lot. I mean, he's looking like he's enjoying his football again, which
that's what it's all about.
He's a reverse Lascelles. There's no pressure on him. Howe's just said, we'll give you Joe Linton, we'll give you Willock. You sit there, you spray the ball about, you use Cher behind you, and you just do what you can. Get fitter, and he's just he's enjoying his football, like you said, Dave. And so he's like reverse of Lascelles. He's got too much pressure, trying to look at everything, look at lines, runners, and he's just getting lost.
Do you know what though? I am so happy for Joe Linton, right? I am. Because I've admitted I hammered him for his first 2 years here. Absolutely hammered him. I think everybody did.
We all did.
There's a lot of people said, there's a player in there. There's a player in there. And just maybe, he's found a role in midfield. Because you were talking there, Alex, about pressure on players. Now, I think taking the pressure off Joe Linton to be one of the main goal scorers will probably help his game. Because you're dropping back into midfield. He wants to win the ball, but then he's wanting to give it. There was an incident, I think it was the first half on Sunday, when he had 2 Man City players around him, and he did such a brilliant turn. He sort of knocked the ball between his legs and then beat the 2 Man City players. And then he spread the ball out straight to Murphy. It was fantastic stuff.
That's
and you just feel like when when the pressure's not on him, he's got his head up. He's like you said, Dave, he's enjoying his football. And he's wanting to work and wanting things to happen.
The thing is, therefore, would that be a reason why we shouldn't make him captain? Because that would bring more pressure to him if we made him captain.
True.
Maybe so. Yeah. I mean, it just the problem is who is a captain there at the minute? Who do we have?
Fernandez, maybe.
Hayden.
No.
I don't think Hayden's playing well enough, Dave. To be honest, I don't think he's leading it by example at all. He's been awful this season.
I would have said that the one who has got the most passion would be Richie, but I'm not sure he'd be the right man. I really don't. I mean, he's been playing out. He's been doing a job for the team for a long time now in a place he's not used to.
The problem is, Dave, I think Richie's days are numbered, mate.
I agree. I mean, I think
he's a loose cannon.
Yeah.
I've said all along to drop Willock. I've said all along to drop Willock and put Joe Linton in his place. I've always said. Joe Linton will work better in the centre midfield.
Who's in Joe's place? But everybody's screaming for Miggy to play the number 10 role. It's like But Miggy, I mean, I don't see what people see in Miggy apart from a headless chicken.
No, I'll drop Mickey as well.
He just runs around
and we'll look.
He does. He just runs around. He doesn't convert anything. I mean, I think I read something on. There was something on Twitter today about his first goal for Newcastle against Palace, and I think one of the stats was he's had a hand in one goal in our last 29.
Wow, I didn't know that.
One hand in a goal in our last 29.
He came close in Burnley, but he played well against Burnley. That was the last game he stood out for.
I don't think he stood out there either. I think he had a couple of shots, but
Sunderland getting stuck 5-1.
5-1. It was
5-1. Hang on, why my heart bleeds. Jesus. Anyway, let's move on. Wayne, good evening. Evening, guys. Sorry I'm late. By far the best NUFC channel on YouTube. Thank you very much.
Really nice, Wayne.
Certainly is. Willock has been very slow this season. Not as slow as Donkey Lascelles, though. Julie says, is that my sarcastic side rubbing off on you, Paul? Never. Tom says, hope you have a great Christmas, Paul, and a good New Year. Thank you very much, mate.
Thanks, Tom. Same to you, mate.
Peter, thank you very much for the £4.49 super chat. Has anyone else noticed how nervous most of our players are when they have the ball at their feet? They look scared for some reason. And
they weren't as bad as they were. They weren't as bad as they were when Bruce was there, though.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to say. I think they're still recovering from that because whatever Bruce did with them, they treat the ball like a hot piece of lava, didn't they? They couldn't wait to get rid of it. But another thing I wanted to talk about, guys, is I don't know. I mentioned this on the show last night. Just how slow we are to get to build from the back or even to get a goal kick. I mean, Jason, Dubravka gets the ball, even when we're losing the game, and takes about a minute and a half to get the goal kick. I mean, why?
I don't know why he doesn't. I think when he first came and he had his debut against Man United, the moment he got the ball, he done a quick look and just threw it out to someone to get people going forward. Since then, it has not been the same. He's just taking more and more time each time. You get to the point where he's not going to be booked every single match for time wasting the amount of time he takes to do it.
I think
full time at the Emirates.
Yeah,
he was. Well, with Dubravka, I think you see him giving out to all the players because they're not making runs into certain spots and they're not doing all that. Like he looks like he's a keeper with no options, a lot of the time. And
I agree with that.
He's getting frustrated. Like you see him, sometimes you see him like get up the fucking pitch, get up, and they're not running up. Like they're not just fucking standing on the halfway line waiting for him to kick it and just go for it.
It just frustrates me because sometimes when he comes for crosses or corners and he catches the ball, and then you can see like 3 or 4 Newcastle players making runs for him to give it to, and then he pretends he's going to throw it out, and then he's like, "Oh no!" And then all we do then is he takes a goal kick, and the opposition's back on the attack again.
He takes too long because
what frustrated me on Sunday is when you passed it out on the ball line and it went straight out. Why not just boot it so far up the field? And you don't get that goal.
That was Lascelles' fault as well, though. Lascelles should never have been standing there.
But Howe doesn't like this either. I'm watching it on TV, but they always show Howe generally after a goal kick a little bit, and he's the same as us. He's trying to point to players, make that run back into him, looking at Dubravka. So he agrees. He's not happy with what's going on in that phase either. Like he knows it's a problem. So at least we have a manager that knows that that's wrong for a start. That's better than Bruce. So.
Neil says, what do you call 100 referees at the bottom of the North Sea? A start. Didn't like your joke, Dave. I don't know why, but
because it was a great classic granddad joke.
His granddad jokes. There's no doubt about it. Unfortunately, guys, we're 22 away from 7,000. So it is slowly building.
We've got about half an hour
22 away. Come on, Dave, give a rallying call. Come on, you're the co-host on this show. Give a rallying call.
Right,
why should people subscribe?
If you're watching, subscribe if you haven't already. It is, as somebody's just said, the best show, Newcastle United show, on YouTube. I know I'm biased because I'm a co-host, but I think it's cracking. It's good fun, and we're all having a good laugh as well.
It is one of the. It is one of the best.
Yeah,
Thank you, Level 7.
And
I'd just like to
enjoy
say,
a good
right?
laugh.
Yes, as always, and we even get people like Chippers on the show. Castaways. So I'm very much into help the homeless. As you can see, I've got Chippers and the Hobgoblin there. So I do try and assist people. I've lost my trail of thought now. Yeah, do subscribe because you've been told to by royalty, and that doesn't happen very often.
If he hits 10,000, he'll be in the Nip and Phoenix window.
Absolutely not.
Aye.
Oh, Dave Harrison, right?
No.
With his Christmas jumper.
If you joined John at the food bank.
We're still waiting for that, actually. So, Wayne says, "What Newcastle gifts are you hoping for Christmas?" Interesting.
Decent referee.
Didn't that happen?
Santa Claus gift. Are we actually getting any gifts of Newcastle stuff like replica shirts?
I mean, you don't live in the tomb. Is things changed up there? Can you guys buy like new kit? Is the shop changed? Is the new products, or is it all the same?
No, it's Shastori's shop now.
The shop itself, Alex, hasn't changed a lot in the way it is laid out, but it's. I haven't been in for a long time, but I did buy the retro kit the other week. And when you went in,
hang on. I haven't been in for a long time, but I did go in and buy the retro kit.
Before that,
what the hell are you talking about? You demented old man.
Having a single.
My word.
Honestly, you can't get a single bit of sense out of him these days.
Well,
I went in there the other day, and it's amazing.
You get
you went in, the staff was saying, "Hi, can I help? Anything you want any help with?"
Yeah, because I thought they weren't for help the aged. That's why.
No, and the thing is, all the staff are smiling because I remember when I was buying me kit, the new kits when I was over for the Spurs game. I was like,
yeah, you had security around you because I thought you were a shoplifter.
No, but they were giving out free scarves if you spent over 20 quid or something like that, right? And then they gave out the free scarf and they go, well, Jaron Ashley, would you be giving that away for free? He was like, no. And like you can see them like, how much better is it already after the takeover? And everyone's walking around with a smile on their face. And
yeah.
I think the biggest one was the first week of the teen over. The next game, somebody apparently turned up the box office and said that they'd either forgotten or lost their tickets or whatever. What could they do? And the guy, obviously asked a few security questions. Went, well, he printed them off again, and said, "There you are." And he said, "How much is that?" He went, "Oh, no, we don't do that anymore."
We don't do that anymore.
Yeah, that was just a change in attitude straight away. No, there you are. You're a fan. There's your ticket. It's not a problem at all.
We have a reverend in the chat. He says, "How?" How? Eddie Howe attacking minded, but Newcastle haven't got the players to do that.
That's a fair thing.
Go on, Dave. Yeah. Level 7, did you want to say something
the shirt sponsor might change next season?
I think so, yeah. I think it'll all be Saudi stuff next season. I've got no doubt about it.
Oh,
the Saudis don't like the betting logos and betting companies on the shirts.
That's bound to change.
But I just hope that if it's Castoria doing the shirts next season, that they make them a little bit larger.
Yeah.
Fit me, fine.
Yeah, I mean, for somebody 6'5", even granted, I need to lose a bit of pork. However, they're still very, very tight fitting around, the guns. I mean, rightly it shows off my guns, but what can I do about that? But sometimes I put my Newcastle shirt on and I feel like Hulk Hogan. You shouldn't have to feel like that in a Newcastle shirt. What are you laughing at, old man?
Chipper said someone's laughing at him. So.
All right, now. Look at him dumping Chippers in the crowd. At he just hands off the shit, doesn't he?
Got to try and get
the reference says, how can you demonstrate that everyone is against us? It's rubbish, just like we are.
We are. Who's you?
I mean, back the covenant, Rev.
Mm-hmm. It's a principle. And City doesn't need a referee to help them, but it still happened. Liverpool probably would have beaten it. Well, no, because Arnold probably would have got a red card for that. He's the last defender, and that could have been a red card with a penalty. The whole game would have changed at that point.
Ginger says, Paul, if you're going to defend Eddie Howe against all the fans, maybe you need to watch what True Geordie said live earlier.
He didn't even watch the game though. He said that he went asleep. He
went asleep.
He's not allowed to comment when he hasn't watched the match. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous.
Sorry, but like he doesn't go to games either, right?
Yeah.
You get a much better aspect of the game and what you're watching when you're sitting in the stadium. I had people coming at me after the Leicester game saying, "Oh, you know, this happened and this happened." You don't get a full picture unless you're there watching it live. There you can see the whole picture. You can see all the players, what they're doing, and the effort that they're putting in. Now, Brian might have his own opinion on stuff, fair enough. But did you just interrupt me?
Like I said on one like I said to Jason on one of his watch-alongs, about Maxi should pass a lot more.
Yeah, well, we know that to be a fact.
No.
But I just...
You could see...
Like,
you could...
Take 5, Dave. What I was going to say, right? What I was going to say... The other card's 3, you're out.
It's like Dragons, not watching Dragons Den. You're out.
Exactly.
Fired.
I'm not defending, like when he said, going to defend Eddie Howe against all Newcastle United fans. I'm not defending him against all Newcastle United fans because 90% of the Newcastle United fans are with Eddie Howe and will be for a long, long time to come. Yeah. So I'm not saying, I'm not saying that Eddie Howe isn't going to make mistakes or that I agree with some of his substitutions, but there is no chance for Eddie Howe with this squad. There is just simply no chance. And he's not going to get a tune out of Steve Bruce's team because he just can't. And like I said earlier, you get the top managers in the world putting these players on a training pitch and training them, but they're not good enough to participate in a match. That's the difference. And that's what Eddie Howe has to work with until he brings his own players in. And after that, once he's brought them in, go for it.
Yeah. They're a damn sight fitter though, Paul, than they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Definitely. 5, Billy says a win against United will kickstart our season, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
January kickstarts the season.
Yeah. Caitlin says bring in Dean Henderson as number 1 keeper. It's not a bad shout, to be honest.
No.
One of the young ones signed a senior contract. He's a goalkeeper. Can't remember his name. Bit pressure on him if we were to throw him straight in. Jake, the Leeds fan, says, how did great with Bournemouth? Let's face it, almost a minnow club. Until half his best players got injured and the other half was sold, nothing you can do without Premiership quality available. Exactly. And this shouldn't have gone down because of goal line technology, which strangely went off.
Mm-hmm. So and they weren't the richest club in the world.
Yeah. Ab says new players will kick off our season. 5 Belly says I believe in how Magic. 2-2 Man United 1. Okay. Let's stop believing paper talk. Talking about transfers is fine, but don't look at everything as a solid source. That's right. Just look at my Twitter page. Looney Tunes says this Sunderland team plays better than us. Oh.
No, you know what it is? I've got to upset a lot of people, right? But they had a right goal today. They had a few chances, but again, the Arsenal were clinical where it really mattered.
John.
Yeah, class.
John, were you praising Sunderland just there?
No,
he's gonna bin you. He's gonna bin you.
Did you say something positive about Sunderland?
No. Don't give us a yellow card, man.
Everybody seems to be waving, John. So obviously they heard the same as what I did there.
I was no VAR. Sorry, we don't use VAR.
He's away to sit with he's in the dugout with level 7.
Sorry, Callum Wilson against League One defence. I mean, come on, man.
Wayne says we should look at players in Serie A for fantastic tactical league with mint players. Oh, what a shame I can't ask John about it because he's not on the show. Jason says Newcastle need to build momentum, even a few draws, then attack. Luke says lockdown is coming 27th of December, guys. I don't think it will. No. I think they'll hold off a little bit longer. Fans just to get something against Man United. Brian from ACDC says we need a top keeper. We definitely
People
do.
are really angry with Dubravka. When did this start? I'm lost.
It's because
we need a top
After
keeper
the
who's
first
going
goal.
to give them competition. That's what I think it is.
What right now?
We need.
Leslie says, just subscribe, lads. Thanks, Leslie.
Thank you, Leslie.
Morgul says, hope Danielle is back soon. I spoke to her today. So hopefully after Christmas, once she gets well again, and she's very, very busy at the minute, obviously with the NHS as well. So
and all hours of God says, love her. She's absolutely shattered.
Is she a nurse or something? Is she?
Sorry.
Is she a nurse or something?
No, but she I think she works
an admin team.
She's kind of admin, but she's got to put all.
She heads up quite a big team, so she's got a very.
She's extremely
very
busy at the minute.
job,
So hopefully, once that's out the way and she gets herself in a good frame of mind, we'll get her back. Hopefully. Gareth says, great show as usual. Caitlin says, I was wondering, Paul, what's happened with Danielle lately? Hope you haven't seen her on the show for a while. Yeah, she'll be back hopefully after Christmas.
Yeah.
I want her back on. So does Dave.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
I think having Danielle as another co-host will make sure I don't have to speak too often to the old man. So especially with his dementia kicking in. Shira69, thank you for the £5 super chat. I love you really, Dave. You know that. Barbara, there's a link there. Get yourself on. Yeah, Barbara, the link's at the top. Get yourself on for the last part of the show.
Yeah, we go.
Never mind, I will some evening. Get yourself on. Get yourself a say. I'm quite happy to chuck chippers off. Thomas says, good evening, everyone. Can't stop, unfortunately. Just want to say Merry Christmas and to you,
Merry
man.
Christmas, Thomas. All the best.
We will be doing a show on Thursday night on the Toon Review. It's kind of going to be like a sort of halfway through the season review. I haven't actually spoke to Dave about it. I just
I best get me dairy out then.
Yeah. Well, no, you signed a contract. You'll do what you're told. So hopefully Thursday night. Keep an eye on that. That will be like a halfway review of the season. So it should be quite a good show, and we're going to look at all the individual players.
I'm out on Thursday.
You're not, Dave.
He's washing his hair on Thursday.
Washing his hair.
What? Which one?
Yeah, he's got a bit of a Charlton going on shortly.
Not quite that bad. Round the back's a mess, mate.
Is there any chance of signing Shearer, Supermac, and Beardsley for the run-in?
Oh, I would hope. That would be. Wouldn't that be brilliant? Them in that pump, my word.
Well, we're rich enough. We could probably start cloning them.
Yeah, exactly. DJ Joey says, did the number of subscribers drop? No, they bloody haven't. They're going up, you cheeky bugger. Let's have a little look. 6985. We're 15 away. 15 subscribers away, guys.
Come on, let's get that 7K before we wrap up.
John Sinclair, thank you for your £5 super chat, my man. That is very kind.
If that's not bribing the ref, that's bribing the ref.
That was not that was an apology.
You're right there, Dublin. That's
I took him in the sin bin he sends as a super chat. John,
John, but in, you get more.
Yeah, although I did super chat you the other week, didn't I? To be fair, I did super chat him the other day. Michael Marsden, thank you very much for your super chat of £100 again, matey. Round of applause for Michael Marsden, guys.
Fantastic.
What an incredible guy. And I know you're going through a bit of a tough time at the minute, Michael, because obviously caring for your mum, you can't get out much with all this COVID stuff going on. So you know where we all are, mate, if you need to chat to people. So you know where I am if you want to pick the phone up or just drop a text in, have a conversation about anything, mate. You know where I am. Just stay strong through all of this, and we'll see you shortly. But I can understand why you're not wanting to go to the games with having to look after your mum, and you know that takes priority over everything. So
absolutely,
yeah, you stay strong, Michael, and you know where we are, matey.
Yeah,
you know where everybody is. Yeah. Paul and Dave are my true Geordies. Thank you very much.
Bless.
Which Dave? There's loads of them now.
Well, certainly not you, you hobgoblin. Jesus Christ. You pop up once a week, man.
I've changed my name to Dave, by the way.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Right, let's talk about the Man United game. Did he just interrupt?
He did.
What is that? I mean, I love you, level 7, but you're sitting in a timeout again, mate, because I need to get my point across. You know what he's like? He's one of them Yap and Jap Russells. When you're trying to talk to someone, they're biting your ankles.
I hope the viewers are loving this because I'm loving it. It's brilliant.
Jeez, God, mate. Can I just say, right, moving on to Man United, Chippers, would you expect many changes in that team for the United game?
I wouldn't be surprised if ESM comes back in. I don't want him in at the moment. I'd rather have him out, but I think how we'll play him. I'll take Willock out and I'll bring Shaw back in as well. I would take Clark out. That's probably about it because who have we got? It's like we haven't really got the biggest squad to make many changes, really.
I'm just removing David again just in case he's got no pants on again. You never take a chance. Go on, Chippers.
I think them changes, but that's about it because, like I said, we haven't really got much to choose from at the minute. So
there isn't a lot you can do, is there? I mean, maybe a formation change. I mean, what do you think, Jace? I mean, is there a formation change, or would you make a couple of changes in the team?
I want Fernandes back in the squad.
He's injured, man. You prune.
He's still better than Clark, even on one leg.
Well, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one.
Yeah. I'm getting rather annoyed with where ASM has been of late. He's quite selfish now. He won't feed the ball when there's clear chances available to him. He'll go on and start and lose it near enough all the time.
Who's doing that with a mouse button?
What is it?
Yeah, it's me. Sorry.
Louis, don't make me put you in that sin bin.
Can we go to VAR?
Even though with all your comments lately, slagging, take the pee out of me, I tell you, you're lucky I haven't put you in the bin already tonight.
But yeah, I'll take the game to him. I'd go full on attacking, even if we're going to lose. It's not any different to the way I've been playing. So just go at it, play free at the back, and just go straight for him.
Oh bloody hell! We've got two people waiting. I didn't even see them. I hope they haven't been waiting long. We've got Archer and we've got Annie. Oh no, I can't bring Annie in because we've got 10 on. Jesus Christ!
Oh, I'm going to go actually. Okay, have a good Christmas, everyone.
How dare you?
How dare you? All the best, fella. Have a lovely time.
Seriously, mate. Take it easy. Have a good one. Stay safe, buddy.
Yeah, what you're doing.
All the best, mate.
Take care.
So Chippers has gone, which means we can bring in the Bristolian. Annie, how are you doing?
Annie, how are you doing, fella?
Well, I've been waiting for 36 minutes.
You've been waiting for 36 minutes?
Yes.
Why didn't you put a comment in?
I don't know. Just enjoyed the chat. Yeah, I've been doing
Neil Roberts, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you very much. Archie, have you become a member of the Toon Review yet?
I haven't pressed the button yet.
Disgrace. Dead Trail says, True Geordie not interested. MMA is his game and being the new Joe Rogan. Who's Joe Rogan?
Oh, he's a podcaster.
He's the American True Geordie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Wayne says, cheers everyone, I need to get off now. I hope that's to bed, mate. We're not that type of
This
channel.
isn't the Horseman.
That's right, Hobgoblin. Looney says, these players should be thinking we were going to be playing after us because they're all going to be in the championship and not with us. Interesting. True Geordie picked up a Californian upward infection accent while in London. Very strange. I'm not. Listen. I'm not. I don't want to. I'm not slagging Brian off. By the way, Brian helped me when I got started a lot. So I'm nothing but.
I miss his FIFA game videos.
Yeah, I mean, listen. The bottom line is right. He started doing Newcastle. He's gone on to bigger and better things, which is what he wanted to do. He's got a career now, and hats off to the guy. He's doing fantastically well. He's just raised 100 grand for Alan Shearer's foundation. Come on. I mean, people might not like him personally. When I got started, he used to watch me videos, send me messages, telling me how to improve, etc., etc. And he did a lot for me. So I've got nothing but, I like Brian a lot. So I won't be sitting here slagging him off. The end of story.
I'm not mad about Lawrence, though.
Sorry?
I'm not mad about that Lawrence lad, but True Geordie sound.
Oh, Lawrence.
Yeah. Barbara, thank you for becoming a new member. She's hit one button right tonight.
Well done, Barbara.
Well done. Welcome to the Toon Review family, Barbara. Thank you very much. Let's have a look. Oh, Billy's. Right, hang on. Let's have a look. No.
What, you
Annie,
lost?
you still there?
I'm here.
All right, he's turned his camera off.
And he up.
No, he's gone. Oh, bloody Bristol. Billy Watts, how you doing?
All right, sorry, I don't have a webcam on. But
That's all right, don't worry. I don't need to see your face.
No.
I could have said
I'm
something else,
out,
but I'm
mate.
not going to. You what?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
I'm all right. What did you think of the game on Sunday?
Well, I thought it was individual errors. I feel like we needed to communicate more. I actually thought we played all right, to be fair, in the first half.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
it's just Clark. He's just shouting really.
Yeah.
It was bad.
And what do you think about? Yeah, who was your standout player on Sunday?
Probably Jordan, to be fair.
Yeah, good answer. Right.
You passed the test.
Louis, what about Man United on Sunday? What's your thoughts? It's prediction time. We're doing it the last few minutes of the show. Therefore, we are doing predictions. There's nobody else waiting. I better check just in case. So we'll start off with Louis. First of all, the score and goal scorers, if you think we're actually going to score.
I went for an optimistic 2-1 to Newcastle.
Wow.
One goal for Ronaldo, and then one goal for Wilson, one for Joe Linton, because Joe Linton deserves a goal.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Fair enough. Well done. Right, thanks for coming on, Louis.
No problem.
Cheers, Louis.
Get
All the
yourself
best.
back
Louis,
on.
Take care, Louis.
Get yourself back on next week, mate. Have a good Christmas.
You too.
Take
all the
care,
best,
mate.
fella. All the best.
Thank you.
So that was Louis. We'll bring level 7 Dave in because he's been waiting with a very strange fish pout.
I was looking like Steve Bruce. Sometimes I wish I was Hannah doing this show, you know. Honestly, it just might be good to do it drunk one day. Right, level 7, give me a score. 3-1 Newcastle. And
Right.
I need me mummy.
What the hell were you? What was that? I need me mammy.
Well, you know, if he says 3-1 to Newcastle, I need help.
I need me mammy. You could say, "Oh Christ, I need a drink" after hearing that. Honestly, I'm not.
Who's bouncing the microphone?
What the hell's going on? Archer, sit still.
Sounds like a fucking lightsaber.
I'll turn your microphone off.
Somebody's fighting Luke Skywalker. What's going on, man? Right, level 7. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Cheers, Dave. All the best.
You take care and you have a good Christmas, mate. Okay. Stay safe. Good night, mate.
Bye.
I love him, really. Right, Jason. Hang on a second. Andy Davies, thank you for becoming a new member. Welcome to the Toon Review. Jason.
Oh, dear.
It is Archer's phone, by the way, because I've just knocked his mic off and this lightsaber stopped.
I'm going to go.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, I'll probably go for a 2-1 win.
Do you know what? I like the way, like on the last few fan forums, we've all gone for wins, even though we're getting absolutely mullered every week. Yet we still there going for wins, aren't we?
There's a run coming. That's why.
I'll go 2-1 win. 2-1 win. Ronaldo scoring 6, and the refs getting a couple of penalties there.
Yeah, definitely. Louis, thank you for the £5 super chat, matey. After you've gone off there, mate. Cheers. Thank you very much. Jason, thanks for coming on, mate. We'll catch up with you again on the next one. But I believe you've got a Christmas special coming up on your channel.
Yes. Keep your eyes tuned. Do subscribe to my channel as well. There's a little Christmas video coming up where you may see a reappearance of a certain overgrown sprout.
Oh my God!
So,
not he's not back again.
Oh yes.
Oh no!
So, keep tuned on that.
Yeah.
Oh, that should be interesting. Jesus wept.
Get that bell icon pressed, everybody.
Yeah, go on there. Get subscribed to Jason. Obviously, keeping it YT on YouTube. So take care, mate. Have a good Christmas, buddy.
Yeah. All the best,
Take
Jason.
care,
Watch what
matey.
you're doing, fella. Take care.
Right, Archer.
Hello.
With his lightsaber. What's the score going to be?
I might go with 2-2.
And who's going to score?
Rolling and Almiron.
Almiron. Wow. Okay.
There's a shout.
Right. Listen, thanks for coming, Archer. Have a good Christmas, buddy. And I
all the
really
best,
hope you
mate.
get some better technology off Santa.
Um,
Take care, buddy.
Watch what you're doing.
He's now off to chop Darth Vader's head off. Christ alive. Ab says Danielle is much missed.
Absolutely.
Yes, she is. But don't worry, she will be back when she gets sorted out. Barbara says, loving the show. It's always entertaining. Thank you very much.
Barbara.
Just trying to pick out some. We've had well over 300 watching again tonight. So as expected, the comments have actually come flying in. Caitlin says he's getting knighted from the Queen on Thursday, Sir Lord Dave Harrison. Wow.
Thank you very much.
Jesus. Let's get an update on subscribers in the last little bit of the show. 6988. 12 away now.
12 away.
Oh, that 7K Q&A is coming soon.
Certainly
Everyone's
is.
going to have to pump you full of questions, Dave.
Certainly is. I'll just wait until them coming through.
So you can sit there in the mastermind chair. Super Gumba says, cheers, all you. Only just found this channel. How I missed you beats me, but I'm here now. Thank you, mate.
Good
Get
man.
yourself subscribed. DJ Joey saying it's showing 6.97. Yeah, it is 6.97.
Yeah.
But the actual is 6988.
Yeah, it doesn't update live on YouTube.
Yeah,
Which
it's
it will on
very,
pause, but not always.
very weird how it does it. Michael, legendary status indeed. Well done, Michael. Everybody. Yano says it's John Sinclair's bail money. Jesus Christ. Oh, bloody Nora. Everybody's saying Michael's a legend. Indeed, he is.
Yes,
right. Billy, I know you were late to the show tonight, matey, but give us your prediction.
I'm going to say 2-1 to Man United.
2-1 to Man United.
I
think
can't be
that's quite
positive until January, to me.
Yeah, that should be definitely. Aubameyang to Newcastle, not a chance in hell. He has completely the wrong atmosphere, the wrong attitude. For starters. Sorry?
I'd rather have Wilson, to be honest, at the minute.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt about it. Yeah. I do not like his he's just not a team player at all. Listen, Billy, thanks for coming on, buddy.
No bother, mate. Cheers for having
Try
us.
and get yourself on a bit sooner next time, mate. You know.
Cheers, Billy. All the
Have
best.
a good Christmas, buddy.
He's there. Bye.
You want Billy.
Take care.
Do we know if Shelby's back for the next game, or is he still out injured?
I think he will be. I think Eddie Howe said it was just a light little knock he took, but he's played a lot of games, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Caitlin says John had to pay £5 super chat to come out the sin bin. He did not. He was already out the sin bin when he made that payment. I was going to skip that. Jeez, what do people think I am? Keith sent another $4.49 super sticker. Thank you very much, Keith. Who wrote this skit? We don't write it. Funny enough.
Absolutely no rehearsal.
Oh God, no rehearsal. What's that shit? Definitely not. God, but there's so many comments. I'm sorry if I can't read them all out, but you know, at least everybody's having a good laugh in the comments, chatting to each other as well. Comments wouldn't have helped. You're about 2 hours behind in the chat now. It's like Back to the Future. Cheers, Morgul. Gary says this show is almost as funny as The Horseman. Listen, I've always said all along, I want my streams to everybody have a good laugh on them, and that's what it's all about, especially when our team's as bad as it is. Alex is 36 minutes waiting. He'd be waiting longer for Bristol City to make the Premier League. Yeah. How did Brian help? He just basically gave me some feedback on my early videos and helped me out with what equipment to get and stuff like that. So, yeah. Thank you, Beetle Greg 07 for the £10 super chat. He's left a comment saying, "Hey, does anyone remember when the Big Breakfast came to Whitley Bay in the mid-90s and had Les Ferdinand and Peter Beardsley dressed as chickens at Whitley Bay Caravan Park?" I actually do remember that.
Yeah, I can't remember that. No, there you go, so.
Yeah. Peter Beardsley didn't want to be there. Funny enough, he didn't look like he was very happy.
Can't think why.
No. How many away from 7K? It was 12, Jules. New member in the house, Hib. Welcome to the Toon Review family, Hib. Thank you for your membership. Let's go and have a quick look. I don't know if it's sprouting up that quickly. Wow, we're 5 away, guys.
Oh, we can do this.
6995. 6995. We're so close.
If you're in the chat and you haven't, do it now.
Yes, the king has spoken. Listen to the king.
And you'll get a massive laugh every week, along with us when we're laughing.
Christ, I thought you were going to say something else, Dave. I thought, where's he going with that?
No, behave.
All right. DJ Joey says, "True Geordie is a nice lad. I just missed his videos on Newcastle. I'm glad Paul and other YouTubers are filling in that void left by Brian. I've been compared to him quite a few times, especially when I lose my temper, but, each to their own. Danny doesn't think we can beat Man United. Trolls says, great show as always.
Cheers, Trolls, mate.
Barbara's going 2-1 to the Toon. 2-1. I'm not sure who that's to. Julie, this is a record 1 hour, 10 minutes behind. No, I'm not. I'm 11. I'm 10 minutes behind, Yano, because I'm reading yours out now. And you sent that at 10:01, you git. Luke says 1-1. Spencer's going 2-2. Jordy Ian says 1-0 to us. Spencer says, no way, we only concede 1 goal. I guess we'll see. Susan's laughing at something. I'm not sure what, though. Going to finish 3-1 to the referee, says Caitlin. Right. Hobgoblin, let's hear it.
3-2 to the Toon.
Right. And who's going to score?
Shelby Wilson and Joe Linton. And
Joe Linton.
Yeah, because I got a half right for the Liverpool game. I didn't get the score right. I said Shelby would score, and I said Wilson would, but Wilson didn't start. So Shelby will score again. Wilson and Joe Linton, I think.
Yeah, good point. Nigel says, anyone else worried about the unplayed games around us? Perfect opportunity for the league to manipulate points around us. I'd rather have the games in the bag, to be honest. I wouldn't like to think that, we got games in. If we had games in hand, but you've got to win those games, quite honestly. And it's I'd rather have them in the bag. Right, Dublin Dave. What were you going to say there?
I was going to say, because it puts all the eyes on you. If you're the only ones having to play the game, all the pressure's on you, and you can't see the results of other teams around you at the time.
Yeah. Right. Dublin Magpie, thank you very much for coming on. You have a very good Christmas, mate.
All the best, mate. Best of luck.
We'll see you next time, buddy. Take care.
All right, best of luck. Bye.
Take care.
Ginger says, watch the kickoff. Brian always talks about Newcastle and gives his opinion on them all the time. The man speaks nothing but the truth and sense. I know he talks sense. I haven't said anything different, and I'm not going to say anything different. He just doesn't go to games all the time. All I'm saying is, from my point of view, I get a better aspect of the game because I'm in the ground. But I'm not saying he doesn't talk sense. He does.
The most recent thing was that he was making comments about the City game, and he didn't watch the City game. That was the gripe. You got to watch the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Sorry, I'm just sending a quick message to Dublin there before he goes off. Nigel says, my prediction is Newcastle won the referee 2. Ronald says, Raven mad, these lot. I don't know where they come from. Just go to trash, man. DJ Joey's going with a 2-1 win to Newcastle with defensive howlers from both teams. Well, that's definitely going to happen. Warren says, cracking show as always, Paul. Hope you have a great Christmas and Happy New Year. All the best for 2022. Have a good one. Cheers, Warren.
Cheers,
Same
Warren.
to you as well, buddy. Bazza says 2-2. J7 to score. He deserves a goal. Tom's going for a 3-1 defeat. We're trying to sign Dembele from Lyon for 15 million. I read that today. Yeah, he'd be a good signing, actually. 2-1 Toon says Ronald. He's got to get it right 1 week. I think we all have, to be fair. Top show as usual. Thanks, Abs. Right, Mr. Caviani. Am I pronouncing that right, by the way? I wouldn't like to get your the Prince of Qatar there. I wouldn't like to get his name wrong.
Yeah, it's Caviani, yeah.
Right, go on then.
I've just done the lineup. I'm going to go with Dubravka, Ricci, Lascelles, Cher, Manquillo. That's the back four. Hayden and Shelby, and then we've got Joe Linton right in front of them. Maximan on the left, Fraser on the right, Wilson up front. If Mr. Eddie Howe's watching this, please go with this. You're going to beat them 3-1. 3-1, just like Dave said.
Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it? It would be bloody nice.
It's the last home game this year as well.
It is.
It's been a shit year.
It has.
How many games have we won? 6, 7 all year?
Is it that many? I'm not sure.
It's not many.
Well, towards the end of last season and just one this season. So it's only been one since May.
Very true. Ginger says he can't see a win. That defense is just letting people run through. I agree.
Fair point, Ginger. Fair point.
I think Man United's defense isn't the best. We know that. Depending on who they put there, it'll be very, very interesting to see if we can get at them as well. I think there'll be quite a few goals in this.
Yep, that's what I think.
Paul Northface says, I hope you get to the 1,000 subscribers.
10,000. You've missed a zero.
I hope you meant 10,000, but I'm way past 1,000 now, thankfully. Ronald says, great show again, guys. Happy Christmas to you all. Listen, Roy, thanks for coming on again.
Cheers, lads.
Really appreciate it, mate. You have a good Christmas, mate. And
Roy, all the best.
We'll see you on the next one.
Oh, by the way, one more last thing. We lost our Doha Mags flag, and one of the lads called Chris took it, and he lost it on the metro. He was going to North Shield.
Oh, I read that. Yes.
Yeah, so we've only made one flag, and it went everywhere. I took it to Russia for the World Cup, and it's been all over the world, and it disappeared. Some Mackham's probably got it now, but there you go.
Yeah.
Christ.
And I know my Metro said they would keep an eye out for it, but it would end up in their lost and found and give a number, but it hasn't come. It's a real shame that because it has been everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh man,
we've only got one. We only made one.
Think how Dave feels. He loses his glasses and that every time he goes out somewhere because he can't remember where he put them 5 minutes ago. So it's so disappointing. Listen, Roy, thanks a lot, mate. Ian, we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, lads.
Yeah,
take care,
have a good Christmas. See you on the next one.
Too, mate.
All the best, mate. All the best.
Cheers, mate.
Right, Sinclair. It is the moment of truth. Hang on. Paul Northface is asking if I've heard anything from Adam. Not today, I haven't. I've seen him on Sunday, but I haven't heard. Don't know whether that's, whether he's gone missing in action or what. I don't know.
No.
Let's have a look at some of the. Seattle Geordie says 2-1 Man United. We'll get a real dodgy penalty to try and shut up, but Man United will get 2 penalties. One for Dubravka handling the ball inside the box. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Right, come on, John. Let's have a little.
Every time we're gonna win, we get beat. And when we get beat, we seem to win. So I've got to go for 1-each draw. It's gonna be nervy, but I think Jordan will score in a 1-each draw. I'll take a point. Okay.
You take a point.
I take a point, and this is the worst Man United team I have seen in many a year. Yeah, this is not a great United team. I'm not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, I mean, I've seen better United teams over the years. This is one of them. So, I mean, if you're gonna go for the back four, Maguire could be got at, Bailey could be got at. Yeah, we got to pressure them. Yeah, and Wan-Bissaka, let's be real, I don't think he's that great, but we got to go for them. We got to go for them. We need the points. Are we going to get the points? We'd be lucky to get one.
Yep. Luke says, King Dave, are you doing a Christmas Day speech this year? You know what I should do? I should get you to record one, right? I'll get you on here, and we'll do a recording of just you doing a Christmas speech, and I'll put that out on Christmas Day. I'll just schedule it to go out itself on Christmas Day at about 1 o'clock or something, saying Christmas Day speech from the King of Northumberland. I've got that might be a thought.
You've set him away now, haven't you?
Yes, very much so. Let's have a quick check on subscribers before we go.
He's correct.
Drum roll.
It's taking its time loading up here, lads. 7,000! Wow! Hit on! Thank you very, very much, guys.
Brilliant.
That means a Q&A.
Yeah.
That means a Q&A will be coming up between Christmas and New Year with
Get your questions in.
the King of Northumberland asking the questions. Could be like a bit of a mastermind setting for that. Oh, dear. But there you go. 7,000 has been hit live on the show. I am chuffed a bit about that. Thank you very, very much, everybody. Absolutely incredible. Couldn't have done it without you guys out there. So thank you so, so much. John, listen, thanks for coming on, buddy.
No problem, mate.
I hope you get new broadband for Christmas. If Santa Claus brings you a new router.
Gotta have to.
I'd definitely look into it, mate. But you know what? Thanks for coming on, matey. And obviously I'll speak to you before Christmas, but take care for now, mate.
You too,
all the best, John.
man.
Speak to you
Take
soon.
care. See you later.
Good night, mate. Good night.
Bye, matey.
Absolute top guy. Brother from another mother. Love him to bits.
He is. He's
an absolute star, he is. Alex, it's your turn. Wow, we've got Zena the Warrior Housewife has subscribed. Thank you very much, Zena. Spencer says, well done on 10K subscribers, Paul. Speaking into existence for you. All right. Back to the Future again. Ronald's 7K. Yep. I subbed on my other accounts as well, Paul. Thank you very much. 7K, well done. We will be with you in a minute, Alex. Don't worry. Well done. Fantastic.
Talk among yourself, Alec.
Yeah. Top channel. Great show tonight. Thanks, Jory. Thanks, Morgul. Thanks, Trolls. Sean. Everybody. Susan. Yeah. Well, Susan helped as well because she set up the TikTok account, which has got very popular, promoting the shows and the channel and everything. But I don't know what she does. She's when I met Susan, right, she wasn't a tech head at all. She knew nothing about technology. And now she's telling me how she's doing all these edits on TikTok. And I'm like, woof, no clue at all. Not a clue. Right, Alex, come on then. Let's I've left you to last because you're the man of reason on this panel. So let's hear it.
I don't know. I mean, I was pretty close with the Liverpool thing. I went 4-1 Liverpool and it was 3-1, and I called the Shelvey goal and we got that. So I was happy with that prediction. I was very close. This time, I agree with what a few people have already said. We suck, but Man United are very wobbly. They were so poor against Norwich. They were awful.
Yeah. They were terrible.
They've got Wan-Bissaka is great at tackling, but he doesn't understand the offside rule either. Maguire's all over they've got so many mistakes in them as individual players.
Yeah.
So again, we've been very unlucky so far this season. Are we going to be unlucky every single game until the end of the season? Probably not. We've got to get some good luck eventually. So I feel like it could be against Man United. I really do feel like we're both going to be very poor. It's going to be penalties, scrappy. It's going to be awful. But I think we might pull a 2-1.
Wow.
I think we might scrape one. We're due something.
Yeah,
we are.
As long as Shelvey, Manquillo, and Shah come back into the team, I think if it's Clark, if it's anything like it was against City, then no, we've gone. But if he tweaks the starting 11 again, I'm curious to see whether, because he did something a few weeks ago where he had Manquillo and Murphy on the right, and it was a back four, but then on the defense, Murphy would play. So we had a right back, right wing back sat next to each other. So he might do that again, possibly. But I think we could get it. I think it's going to be 2 Wilson goals. I think we're due a penalty eventually. We've had one all season, I think. it was one. So I think it'll be a Wilson pen and a Wilson from open play. And then I think Ronaldo's just going to out-jump Richie by about 24 feet and put it in the back of the net. I can see that on the back post. He's going to be all over some of those smaller lads in the box. 2-1 us. Fingers crossed.
Cool. Right. Well, thanks for coming on, Alex. As usual, keep in touch, matey. We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah,
and
Merry
you
Christmas, thank
have a
you.
great Christmas, mate.
All the best,
You
Alex.
too,
Have a lovely
guys.
time.
Stay safe, buddy.
Enjoy.
Take care. Good night.
Good night.
Top man. Top man.
Absolutely.
There you
Good
go,
lad.
Dave.
Good lad.
It's down to Tweedledee and Tweedledum now.
Yeah.
Keith says, well done for 7K. Chris says, well done, 7K. Nice to hit it on the show, actually.
Absolutely, yeah.
Never thought that was going to happen when I came on. I mean, normally, you get sort of 5, 6, or 7, and then sort of it builds up over the videos that you release as well. So
how many did you get tonight? Was it 20 odd? Was it?
30 odd, I think.
30 odd.
I got quite a few before the show started, and then it's obviously gone up quite well again. So Susan says, get your questions in, guys. If you're on Twitter, obviously send Dave your questions. They can be about anything. Nothing filthy, though. Let's be sensible.
Keep it clean.
They can be about anything. Obviously, Dave will pick the questions out to ask on the show, and you can ask anything you want. If you want to ask questions about trolls, abuse, all that kind of stuff, you can. It's a Q&A, and I'm happy to answer them. And obviously, Dave will be in the hot seat asking those questions. Hopefully, get a nice leather seat for Christmas. So when we do the Q&A, we'll be sitting in something more comfortable than a wooden dining chair.
It's you're supposed to sit in the big black chair. I'm supposed to sit behind.
But he has a big black chair as well.
Does he? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've got a big black chair. I don't need another one.
I've got one. It's upstairs, and I can't get a signal up there. So
it was all right the other night.
Yeah, in the bedroom it's all right. Yeah. I might. Yeah. Actually, that's a fair point. I could take the big black chair into the bedroom, and it'd be better, wouldn't it? Yeah. See, I just need a bit of gains. But there you go.
Morgos says, if your ass is out in Phoenix window, I'm unsubscribing. That will never happen. I guarantee you. Paul says, have a great Christmas. Dave, rest those shoulders. Have a break from carrying him.
Thanks, Paul.
Dear. Listen, we are back on Thursday night. This isn't the last show before Christmas. You're all right to do a show Thursday about 8:30, Dave?
No reason why not. Yeah, I mean, I'll be at Archie till 8:15 or something, and I'll come back and get set up. No bother at all.
We'll make it 8:30 or 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
But
that works.
We'll definitely be on Thursday night, guys, for an hour or so, just looking through the first part of obviously the first half of the season, and maybe do some halfway play ratings and stuff like that. So we definitely will be doing a Thursday show. Ab says, expect Paul to be wearing an elf costume on the next show. Stephanie, good evening, happy Christmas, everyone. Been watching whilst wrapping presents.
Stephanie.
I don't know what Dublin Magpies on about saying shut up, John, but I don't know what that's all about. Julie says, congratulations, 7K. Susan says, Merry Christmas, Stephanie. You too, Susan. There's a private conversations going on in the chat again, as it normally does. Yeah.
What I said the other week, Paul, that's the good thing about this channel, is that everybody, all the chatters, chat away and then
they get to know everybody, don't they?
They do.
It's like everybody knows everybody. It's like, fantastic.
It's what you say. It's a big family, and it absolutely is. I think you'll find that the first sort of 20 or 30 comments are people saying hello to everybody, and having a chat with each other, which is brilliant, which is what it's all about.
Yeah, it's incredible, and like I say, how far are we off 8,000? About another 994. It's just nice, and it's nice to have so much support as well. Some rough times over the summer, but with everybody's support, it got through it, and the channel has just grown and grown, and certainly bigger and better things next year. We intend to keep going and doing more shows, and just having a good laugh, and that's what these streams are about. Bringing people on and having people laugh as well. It's just good, and obviously everybody contributes to that, whether it be in the comments or on screen. So it's incredible. Jason says, congrats on 7K, buddy. Well and truly deserved. I'll buy you a pint if and when I ever see you. I'll pay you £6 to... Oh, piss off.
Jason,
he can't resist. He can't resist.
No, he just cannot let it lie.
Congratulations on hitting 7K, Paul. Keep up the good work, mate. Buzzing for you. Cheers, buddy. He's a good lad, Warren. Brian, gutted for you, my friend, about your flag. I had a very sentimental union. Jack pinched at the 98 Cup final, Trafalgar Square. Oh, Jesus Christ! You were probably drunk though, Brian. To be fair, so that could have ended up anywhere. Julie says, "No, Julie, you're very funny."
Well said,
loving
Julie.
this hopeful great chat and laughs. Hopeful for the tune in the new year. Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. Everybody's just mint. All the subscribers are just fantastic.
Yeah, lovely people.
Exactly. Been great to see the hard work paying off. Yeah, Julie, you're part of that as well. Obviously, you've been a mod, as is Susan. Susan does the TikTok and mod, and Dave yourself doing the mods when you're not hosting and then hosting. It's great. DJ Joey says, "I'd love to see Paul interview some of the Newcastle players on his channel in the near future." Listen, the channel's open for anybody to come on and have an interview.
We did Warren a few weeks ago, and that was really good.
Yeah, Warren Barton was great. Let's hope to get some more in the future. Geordie Ian says these shows are going to be good during January transfer window. God, they'll be quite.
It'll be a 3 weeks non-stop stream.
Yeah, it'll be non-stop. Yano, 7K onwards and upwards, Paul. Can't wait to see what you got planned. Thanks, buddy. But listen, it's all the subscribers as well. You've all helped get this channel to where it is.
Yeah.
It's not just me or whoever's on the channel with me, and it's everybody. Hib says this channel epitomizes my experience with Newcastle United. Whenever I had the chance to get down from Edinburgh to watch the tsunami, they're great, laugh and welcoming. Thank you very much, buddy. Right, that is it for the show tonight. Great job on the TikTok, whoever runs it. It's Susan, my fiance and mod on this channel. She runs all that for me. But me and Dave will be back. It'll be either 8:30 or 9 p.m. on Thursday night, and then we'll have a chat about how we think the first half of the season's gone. I think we all know how that show's going to go. But we will do some player ratings for the halfway stage as well, just to get a little hour or so show in before Christmas and Santa Claus and everything. And then I think we'll be back at some point with a preview of the Man United game, which we may have to do on Boxing Night or something like that, Dave. But we'll sort that out. DJ Joey says it's 4 a.m. for me. Thanks for the show, Paul and Dave. Bloody hell.
Oh, DJ. Wow.
Yeah, that's commitment. That is commitment.
Mine, I was up at 3 a.m. this morning, so I know what it's like.
Yeah, but you're old. You don't sleep.
This is true.
Yeah, so... right, thank you very much, everybody. Me and Dave are now going to retire. I am going to go and do another COVID test, which I'm thoroughly looking forward to doing. But hopefully, pray to God it's not 2 lines or I'll cry. I will cry. But we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, guys, thank you very, very much for watching. Thank you for getting me to 7K. I'm over the moon with that. Love yous all. Take care, and we'll see you on Thursday night, guys.
Take care, everybody. Watch what you're doing. Stay safe.
Good night.